When today's elders were growing up, they were caught between two cultures, the Indian culture and the non-Indian culture. During the early 1900s and even into the 1950s, many Indian people were forced to change their ways of life because of the U.S. government regulations involving Indian people. They were forced to think that non-Indian ways of life were more important than traditional Indian ways of life. For example, these people could no longer gather to celebrate a special event. Perhaps it was a celebration of a new birth in the community or even a naming ceremony. Many of these people were made to wear non-Indian clothing and were not even permitted to possess even the smallest item of traditional dress. Indian people were losing so much of their cultural ways that it was no longer a common sight in many homes to see children gathered around their elders learning and loving. Many Indian ways were also lost because of the government boarding school systems. Indian children were taken from their homes and sent to schools that were many hundreds of miles away from their homes. When Indian children went to these schools, they were not allowed to speak their native language or follow any of the traditional Indian ways. Thus, many of today's elders who went to these schools missed out on good opportunities to learn from their elders. These children could not learn from their elders and lost much of their culture. Fortunately, not all traditional ways were lost. There are those Indian people who kept the traditions alive, even if it had to be done in secret. These are the elders who are now passing information to the younger members of the tribe.